Okay, I just had a whole herd of elk jump up right in front of me at, oh, what was it, 30 yards. It's the start of 2018 scouting season. It's June 25th, and this is my first time out coming into this area at a new angle, and I'll be setting up a small base camp in here. I'm not camping over the night tonight. This is just to put out cameras. I've got 5 game cameras in my pack. So the goal is to put out 5 cameras and find a spot for a good base camp. I'm going to be hunting for elk, either sex, mule deer, either sex, black bear, and a coyote if I see one. If you can look around here, I'm heading up the gulch this way. 2 cameras that way, 2 cameras this way, 1 at the bottom close to the trail and the water source. The main water source is this creek here that runs down this gulch. I probably should have made my pack lighter just for the sake of my time, but I got it weighted at about 31 pounds. My pack coming in is going to be about 42 pounds at hunting season, and then I'll take a bunch of camping gear out and we'll have maybe a 15 to 20 pound pack while I'm out hunting. Okay, got my first bit of sign here. I think that's an elk or a moose. I'm not sure. I gotta figure out what moose prints look like. But it looks like they were heading that way. Those are my boot prints. And I don't see any other boot prints in the mud, which is good. Kind of a better shot of this gulch I'm working my way up. This here is the little bit of a trail. The stream is still down there to the right. And there's deer tracks now. Those larger tracks are not on here anymore. So this part's for my dad. He thinks he's gonna take an electric bicycle up this trail, and this is just the easy part. 40-pound pack and electric bicycle on this trail. You're gonna end up down there in the creek. Okay, at this point I'm 1.5 miles in, and I'm finally getting into the forest, so it should cool off a little bit. But right off the side of the trail is a part of a skeleton. That. What do you guys think? Is that a deer or an elk? That backbone looks pretty big for a deer. You never know. Okay, I'm at a pretty good creek crossing here, and this is what I wanted to look for. Is the traffic that's using this to cross this creek here. Yeah, see how rutted up that is there? Another good thing, still no boot prints. So I think I'm actually off the hiking trail, and this is going up the north side of this hill here. And the actual hiking trail that I want to stay on that takes me way back up this gulch is right over there. So I think I might have to backtrack and find my way through this deadfall to get back on the trail. That didn't work. There was just too steep and way too much deadfall to get through there. Now this is cut, and a lot of times hunters do this. I ran into a hunter last year. If you guys remember from my last year's video, I found a trail way up on top of here that was cut. Everything was cut. And he said a lot of these ridge lines are cut for hunters to get access. Somehow I need to get back over there. Okay, the trail is just about gone that I'm following. Can tell it goes this way. I don't really like where I'm at. There's a pond there, and I know that there's a trail on that side. Because last year I came out of this up over the tippy top, and over the other side is where I was in my truck camper, and I made it up and down here twice. That's where I ran into those hunters from Wisconsin or Minnesota, and they were perched up on this side hill here overlooking this meadow. They said the only thing they saw were moose and other hunters. Okay, I just had a whole herd of elk jump up right in front of me at, what was it, 30 yards. I saw two go up this way, and oh my God, holy cow, look at all the elk. Oh my God, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy shit. Hope you guys can see this, but they are right there. Do you see them running? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know, there's at least a dozen. My dad said that they would be bedded down in the shade hiding. They are out in the middle. Those are a whole bunch of cows and their calves. That is awesome. That is so awesome. I wish I had my other camera with zoom on it. There's more than a dozen elk there. I don't know if they see, my scent's blowing right at them. Right to my, oh, look how tiny the calves are. Of course, you guys probably can't see that. They are still right there. Let me get my rangefinder out and see how far away they are. 168 yards. Okay, now they're crossing back to the right, and I see them. I see them going through the trees. I'm gonna keep heading up here. Oh, there's some still going off to the left. My God, this never happens during hunting season. They're still right there. They're like just crossing this trail right now. Holy cow, this is so awesome. They were literally right here. Their beds are right here, okay? Okay, I guess he was right. They were in the shade a little bit. There's a bed right there, right into that tree. There was an elk right there a few minutes ago. Okay, they're still there. I just heard a cow call. I'm hearing little calf cows and cow calls. Do you hear that? That is so cool. They're not running. They don't know that I'm like here. They don't know what I am. I hope you guys can see there. That's a young calf right there. Oh my gosh, I hear them. Tons of the mews. There's another cow. Now those are about 75 yards from me. That is so cool hearing them call to each other. Did you hear that one? Yeah, I'd hear that one. That one was the loudest. they're still about 120 to 150 yards just ahead of me. And my scent is still blowing directly at them, and they're not bugging out. Oh my gosh, they're calling like crazy. Holy cow, that is so awesome. I can just make them out. You guys won't be able to see them. I can make them out through the trees, just standing there, milling around. My goal is to get on that side of this marsh somehow and find the real trail. Man, I was fumbling with my camera. I switched it into settings mode, trying to get the thing to turn on when they were like real close. So awesome. Oh, there they are. Hopefully I can zoom in with the editing, but they're on that hillside. Right there. They're all making their way up that hillside. Plain as day right there. Holy cow. Let's see how many. There's some way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Those are just the ones that I can see. They have to see me. I'm sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. Wide open. 20. There they go. You have to be able to see that. That is insane. Oh my God, 21, 22, 23. That is awesome. Gosh, I wish I had my zoom camera. Camera number 1. There's a trail here. There's some aspen saplings. There's an old rub, 2 old rubs right there. Okay, the camera is right there. And there's the last year's, and that's pretty tall. Look at that. Look at that going all the way up to there. You know, I'm 6'1", and to get scrapes all the way up to there, that might be an elk. Here's another one from last year. And this one comes all the way up to here. Most of it is right in here. But we got all these new saplings that hopefully I'll catch on camera. There's a nice valley that goes up that way, a nice valley that goes up this way, and right now I think 2.5 miles that way is a Forest Service road, and 3.25 miles back that way is where I parked my truck. So I think I'm making the executive decision. It is 3:20 in the afternoon. I got 2 hours out. This only puts me at 5:20. I think I'm gonna head up there. I'm gonna head up just to this next meadow and get my eyes on it one more time. I hiked here one day at the very last day of last archery season in the snow. It was soaking wet. It wasn't all that fun. That's where I ran into the moose. I ran into the moose just up here. Okay, as you can see, there's this beautiful meadow that looks like it's perfect for elk. And it is during the summer. There's a lot of hunters here. So 1 1/3 mile that way is a Forest Service road. 1.09 miles that way is a Forest Service road. The hunters are going to be infiltrating from that area, and I don't think the elk are going to be using this as their bedding area during the season. They're going to get pushed out super fast. And the idea is they're going to get pushed up over this one. Okay, my idea is playing out. I just stumbled across a heavily used game trail that is coming down through here, leading out into there. There's some private land this way, and then that way, there's nothing for miles. That would be a good safe bedding area on the north side up here. Come up over the ridge, down to the water source and the big food source. That's my theory. I'm going to put another game camera up here. I'm going to start looking at all these saplings here too for this year's, last year's rubs. Not this year's. Still in velvet. Oh yeah, there's one right there. That's probably 2 years old. That one is pretty old. That one is last year's. Oh yeah, this looks good. Look at that. That's last year's. My camera works best when it's like 15, 20 yards off the trail. So, beautiful game trail. You can see it going way up in there. I'm gonna put one right here, kind of facing down that way. Well, I made good time coming downhill. It's much easier than going up. So I originally saw the elk right there. Oh, about 150 yards that way. They circled out there. They walked straight through here, right into these aspens, and then went up this hillside and up into the forest. I just made it up and crawled up out of there. And I found some beds. It's kind of a flat little shelf area. I've got a bed there. And there's another bed right here. Right there. Oh, yep. I just saw this. This is last year's. Right there. That's probably a deer, judging by the size of the tree and the height that it goes up. Whew. I still don't see this as a high traffic area to justify a camera. I am going to get some cameras set up in this general area, because down at the bottom is where those elk were. So right up in there, I can see it easily. The camera is. And it's an open area. I saw some, it's wide open here, so there would be filtering through here, but there were some actual defined trails. And this leads straight down out into where I saw the elk. Okay, this is interesting. Whole nother super tracked up area. No cow tracks, no cow prints. But I think that's like a mineral thing. I don't even know if this is legal. I know you're not allowed to bait animals. There could be open range cattle here, but there is no cattle anywhere that I've seen. There's no cattle tracks. No, I haven't seen horse crap or cow shit either. Anywhere. I think I got one more mile to go. I cannot wait to sit down. I definitely need to get in more shape. Oh, break time. I would like to do this hike with this 34-pound pack on, like it wasn't even there. Like I could just breeze through this like I was walking normal. So, got a lot of exercising to do in the next 2.5 months. Here's another shot at those tracks that I saw real close to the truck, and I just can't know if those are elk or moose. They're pretty darn big. So this is the end of my first scouting trip. And as you can see, there's a lot of campers down here at the parking area. I really don't see that many people hiking in there that far. My total trip was 7 3/4 miles in 4 hours. And I'll get better at it in the next 2.5 months. But I'm going to be putting up more videos. So if you're interested in seeing how this season plays out, subscribe and look for my other videos. Elk either sex, mule deer either sex, black bear, and if I see one, a coyote.